Hey everybody, we're going to start Unit 4 today, and we're talking first off about very, very basic information, which is the coordinate plane, okay? We have a lot of graphing to do in this unit, so we wanted to make sure that the first thing you knew how to do and remembered how to do was to graph points. So let's just kind of do a little review and talk about the parts of the coordinate plane, and hopefully you remember most of these as well, okay? So when we're talking about the coordinate plane, it has 4 different sections, or what we call them is quadrants. So this guy up here, whoops, let's do that again, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. We call them quadrants. So this guy up here in the corner would be quadrant number 1. On the left side, we would say this is quadrant number 2. Down here would be quadrant number 3. And over here, it would be quadrant number 4. And we write them with Roman numerals. That's how we always have done that. So we use that to help us identify which one we're talking about. I always tell my kids that when you need to remember which way, it makes a giant letter C when you're trying to figure out where to start and where to end. So the letter C, as you're making them, is how you start from 1 to 4, okay? So those are our quadrants. Just so that we remember, like the middle point here, this is 0, 0. It's also called the origin, all right? So this point right here for that. We also have to remember that the labels for each one of these is different. So in this quadrant, when you're talking about these hash marks here, this would be the x-axis, right? This would be the y-axis. X is always horizontal. All right, and y is always the vertical axis. Now, for these, when we're numbering, these would all be our positive numbers. So this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to start counting out here so it doesn't get too messy. 8, 9, 10. These are all the positives, okay? When we go up, we also count positives for the y. So this would be like 3, 4, 5, 6. But when we go left, this would be negatives for x. So -1, -2, -3, -4. And then the same thing when we go down. So down this way would be -4, -5, -6, -7, and so forth. Okay? So when you're talking about ordered pairs that you're actually going to be using in the points, we are talking about ordered pairs being an x and a y coordinate, okay? X always comes first, y always comes second, okay? So when we're graphing points, which we'll do here in just a little bit, we're talking about always doing that x-axis first, and then the y-axis comes next for the numbers that we're counting with, okay? So just to remember which one is which, this guy would be positive for the numbers, okay? This quadrant 2 is actually negative x and positive y values. This one in quadrant 3 is negative x and negative y values. And in quadrant 4, we have positive x but negative y. So you can see there's one of each, okay? So when we're talking about graphing each one, this entire thing is called the coordinate plane. It's broken up into quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. You always read it from x and then y. X is our horizontal axis and y is our vertical axis. Okay? And then of course the origin is in the middle. All right? So using this to kind of help us, we're going to go over here and we are going to actually practice graphing the points. Now remember, we talked about how it's x and then y every time. So again, I'm going to write that up here. First it's x, then it's y. Let's relabel these. So our x-axis is horizontal, our vertical axis is the y, and we're actually going to count from the origin every time, okay? So let's start here with our first one. We've got 4, 5. So again, this is x, this is y. I'm going to go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X and then y. Okay, so this would be my A point. Number 2 gives us -3, 1. So I'm going to say same thing. -3 would be left 3 because it's negative. So 1, 2, 3. And then down 1 because it's negative again. So x and then y. This would be my B point. Okay, so we only make an actual point on the graph when we stop at the location after the x and the y have gotten us there. Okay, so number 3, again, this is my x, so I'm going to go right 2, and then -1 means down, so down 1, and I'm going to put a point, and this is my letter C. X, then y, x, then y. Number 4 is -6, 8, so negatives again would be the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 8 positive is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we put our point right there on the crosshairs where the two lines cross and intersect is where we actually put our final point on there. Okay, number 5 gives us 4, 0. Okay, so I'm going to go 4 on the x and then 0 for the y. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the x. 0 means I'm not going up or down. I'm staying right there on the x-axis. And this would be my letter E. Okay, hopefully we're doing okay. Erase these so we don't get confused. Number 6 is 0, 9. So now again, this is my x, this is my y. So if I say 0, 9, I'm not moving left or right for the x, but then I'm going to move up 9 because it's positive 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is up here, and this is letter F. Okay, so number 7 gives me 4, -3. Now, if you notice, we've kind of done almost every quadrant here. 4, -3 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 3. 1, 2, 3. So this would be letter G. And again, I'm going to go ahead and, oops, wrong one. I'm going to erase these. Okay. All right, we'll do a couple more, and then I'm going to ask you guys to do several more on your own, okay? So we've got H, which would be -2, 8. So I'm going to have -2, -8. So left 2, so 1, 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one would be H. Okay, then letter I. Letter I would give us 5, 0. So again, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the X, and then we don't go up or down because it's a 0. So here's this one, and this is letter I. Okay. Then we have letter J, last one together. So 7, -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to drop 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be letter J. Okay. So for you guys, go ahead and pause the video and then do numbers 11 through 14 on your own. Okay. And then check with what I've got on the graph that it matches yours. Okay, pause now and do that, and then replay. Okay, so 11 should be 0, -8. So we're going to go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This should be K. Number 12 is 4, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be L. 13 is 1, -1. So right 1, down 1 would be M. And N is 8, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're up here. and this is N. Hopefully yours match mine. Okay. All right, so we're going to move over here to the last part. And again, always X, then Y, and we're going to reverse it. So we have graphed our points. Now they've already graphed them, and we're going to letter them and tell the location of them. Okay, so remember, these are positives like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as well as this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then left is negative, -1, -2, -3, so forth, and down is negative. Okay, just so you kind of help us remember. So it's X and then Y. All right, let's start with our first one. So we have, I'm just going to start over here in quadrant 1. Remember, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so starting right here at this guy right here, my X value would be to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 would be my X, and then I didn't go up or down, so that would be 0. I'm going to call this guy A. Okay, let's go over here to this one. This will be B, so we'll put a little B next to it, and we've got, this was 10, so we'll do 11, 12, so 12 for my X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for my Y. Remember, X is left or right or left, and Y is up or down. Okay? All right, so let's go to this one. This will be letter C. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Y. So 6, 7. Remember, these are all positive, so that's why we're doing that first part. Now, this one up here is letter D. And we've got 1, 2 for X. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for the Y. So 2, 11. All right, I'm going to do this one right here on the axis. So if I start here again at my origin every time, this will be letter E. And I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I didn't do anything for the X, so that would be 0. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my Y. Okay. All right, let's jump over here to this one. What I want you to do right now is pause the video and go ahead and see if you can get the rest of these correct, and then come back and check. Okay, so pause now and come back and check. All right, so I've circled this guy here. I'm going to call him F. And for F, we should have negative 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, 2, 3. So -3, +3. Letter G, I'm going to go over here. So again, we're negative 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -9, +8. We'll call this guy up here H. So this is -9. So 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So -13, +12, because we're still going up. And this would be H. This would be G, sorry. Letter I. We're going to grab this guy. So again, 5, 6, this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -10, and we didn't go up or down. So -10, 0. Okay, this is I. This will be J down here. So we see that it's at -5. And then we're going down this time. So 1, 2, 3. -3. So -5, -3. Let's do this one over here and call it K. So this is -5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, both negative, so -9, -6. This guy down here will be L, so we went -1, 2, 3, and then still down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So L will be -3, -9. Okay, let's grab this guy on the mark. This will be M. So M, we didn't go left or right. We just went down 1, 2, 3. So 0, -3. Got 3 more here. N would be this guy. And we've got +4, down 2. So 4, -2. Always doing X first, you guys. Every single time. Okay? So we got this one next. This will be O. And it's 5 here, so 6, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, -7. And our last one here would be P. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12, -8. Okay, X first, then Y. X goes left and right, Y goes up and down. Every single time. Left would be negative, right would be positive, up is positive, and down is negative. All right? Take your time on your homework. Ask if you have any questions. Good job, you guys.